Hello everybody, this is Sonia. Now I've come on here today because I wanted to show you what I'm working on. Different things all the time, me, but I just have to give you an idea of this. I've got the pages that I've been making in these, and I wanted to show you how I'm going to make the cover for it. I'm not going to actually show you today how to put them in. I know there's a few people out there waiting to me to show you how to put them in, and I'll definitely be coming back on here shortly to do that. But today I felt like I wanted to make the cover. So I've got a piece of linen here that I've cut out and very haphazardly glued on a piece of lace. Now these, as usual, Sonia's having glue, and I shouldn't be gluing on the mat, right, should I? I should have my craft mat, but I wasn't going to get it all over that anyhow, if I wasn't thinking about doing that. But anyhow, so I've glued that glued that lace onto there, right? Now I've decided that I wanted to have a fairly thick spine on the back of this, so when I measured it, I put the piece of linen down and I set my page, and I figured now I'd have a centimetre on either side. Am I recording this? Goodness me, I hope so. Let me see. I don't know what I'm doing. I've lost the plot. I don't know where I'm up to. Yes, I'm recording it now. So now I've had like a centimetre on either side and probably a centimetre either end. I have got my page that I'm working with is measuring back to front, because this is a piece of my half full scale ruler that I used to have that was like this one, so that's why it's measuring back that way. Okay, if you can imagine it, that went like that once. Okay, all right. Now as long as she's realised that I know what I'm doing, I think. So we have an inch here that's actually disappeared, so this is 6 inches and by about 9 inches, which is 15 centimetres by I know the halfway, by about 22 centimetres. So I've added a centimetre to all the way around here. When I say here, I've actually put a pin in there where I want, this is going to be the spine of the book here. Okay, that bit. Now you probably think it's wide, but all the pieces have got bits on them. I intend to put backs on them and have something inside that as well, because I'm going to make pockets, so we're going to need to have something that is pretty thick when we're finished, okay, to be able to work with. All right, so for it to work for me, so I've got plenty of room here for the spine of it. Okay, now because this is the cover, this is not the actual part I'm putting the pages in, and I'll do that at another time, but as you know, I'm doing lots of different things at once around here. But anyway, so I like to start out with a neutral colour. Well, of course, that's the best thing to go with the calico, because it's neutral. That's why I use a lot of calico, because of the colour, you know. White's not that great. Creams are really, really good to use. Everybody's different with what they want to craft with. It's everybody's own way of doing things. Okay, so with a nice piece of lace with the small bits on the back, I'll put that on first, the little flowers. Now, you figure out the back of this, the back and the front of your piece of lace by looking at it, and in other things like fabric, and goes that chair again. So in other things like the fabric material, you can pick out, a bit of glue on me, you can pick out which is the selvage by how they would have put it onto the loom, and it would have been, there's a thing going through there. Okay, so that was why on the back that'll be pushed up. So there's the front and there's the back. Well, we can tell by this because of the colours, but if you can't, that's how you do it. You've got to rough a little circle on the back there. Okay, now that's like that on the majority of fabrics, except for lace, of course, because I tried to look for that. It has been on there, of course, but it's too hard to find that. Now this lace is really easy to tell the back from the front, because one of it is, this here is really high, is high up, you can feel that, or you can see it, and the other side is flat. Okay, so therefore you can tell the front from the back. I was looking at this one here a while ago. What do I do with that? No, it wasn't that one, was it? No. I had one here a minute ago that I put in a bag because I was going to use it. Here we are. These things are fair in front of me, you know, and I can't see them. On this one, it's really easy to tell the front from the back because it has this bit extra. See? And that's the back, and there's the front. And in the majority of cases, the back of your lace will have little bits of fluffy bits sitting up on it, or you can find it by the high ridges in some of the patterns. That one's not very easy to tell, but because that's got that bit across the back there, you can tell by that. Okay, this one of course is easy to tell because it's got that's lighter and this is darker, so that's quite easy to tell the front from the back in that one. Something like this might be a little bit harder to pick out because it hasn't got any distinctive parts on it, but that is the back and that is the front. Well, it has, because look how raised up that is compared with the other side there. See, it's really, really flat. So there's your raised up pieces there, see? And if you look at the majority of laces will have that sort of thing for you to have a look at, so you can see what you're doing. This one here is a little bit more tricky. You just look at it closely. You have to look really careful to see that these ridges are actually on this side and not out on this side. See, they're down for the other side, so that's the front on that. Okay, but anyway, so I think most lace looks good both sides anyway, so we shouldn't really panic too much. Well, if we know how, it's best if we do it the right way, but it doesn't really matter. So now I've got that ready there to go. Now the thing is, now I want to put on my picture, but what you do first, I think, I learnt a long time ago, way back when I was only in school, that what you see first you add last. Okay, if that makes any sense. I think that's a lot of that's what you do when you're doing drawing, and I think that in a way you should probably do that. Well, just depends what you're doing, because really in reality that's not going to work for me today, is it? Because what I want to put on there is this, because I think this is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. Beautiful picture. Now I have previously put I've either put glossy accents on this or nail polish, clear nail polish. Love clear nail polish. It makes it pretty strong. It's really, look at that, pretty good. So it's good. It's not going to tear. It's not going to go anywhere. But I could tear it if I wanted to have an interesting thing on it, couldn't I? So I'm going to define the back of this by putting a piece of stuff down the back. Piece of stuff will be a piece of lace. I'm going to put a piece of lace down the back of it so I can see, well, you know, that I can have a back and a front. So I'm going to add this piece here now. I think this is going to look really, really pretty. I hope so. I'm aiming for, and when I hope it will make it to a little old lady, then I can sit down and look at it. Oh dear. Now I'm being all silly, aren't I? Right, so that's the back and that's the front. More shiny and more vibrant bits are on there. I'm going to try and put this down here a bit. I wasn't worried too much about my glue because it's going to put that much on it. It should sort of hold together, shouldn't it? Neither of these pots want to work for me today. This is ridiculous, you know. Really bad, because it doesn't do very much. It doesn't say very much for my tutorials if I can't put a bit of glue on a piece of fabric, is it? I tell you what, you just hang on there a second. It won't take me long. I'll go and get some glue that actually works. I won't be long. I can't pause this. I don't know how. Just talk amongst yourselves or look at the cat. I'll be back in a minute. We haven't even got up yet. Well, that's not good. I've just put that box in my way. Okay, let's go. I shall return. I have to go out here. I'll be back in a minute. Nobody panic. here. A run. Not really. Tried. We did sort of. Most of the glue. Had to go up right up the other end of our house, which is probably not that far, but okay. The glue pot. The one that works, please. Here we go. So sorry, I'm gonna I'll learn how to put, look at this, it comes out. Okay, right, we're gonna put this down here. See that one on the back, so coming unstuck. But by the time we finish putting bits on it, it should be right, eh? So we're gonna put this piece of lace in the centre to define where the spine is, okay? Look at that, it just fits perfect. You'd think I got it out of the drawer purposely to have it that size. Actually, you know what? I didn't. Now I'm going to make this upside down for you, so you can see what I'm doing. Now there's a crease in there because I could not iron that out of there. I tried to. I had my little iron working and I tried to iron down. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use that for the back. Not all wicked. Yeah, why not? It's mine. I can please myself, can't I? I can please myself. Now I've got sticky all over me, but that's okay. Right. Now I want this beautiful pussycat there. Now he's going to tell me what I'm going to use as you know, like the colours and that I want to use to get that'll go with him nicely, because I think she's a her. So yes, I'm going to use nice colours for the cat. Now, what do I need to do with that? This is pretty, isn't it? We need some of this. She's got gold on her glasses too, so we're going to use some of that. Now I'm not going to use too much lace because I want to put I'm going to have a mouthful of water, sorry, after my stint out there. I wanted to put some things that I've made on there. Buttons, pictures, bits, you know, things that I've done that I really don't know about the clock. I'm thinking about the clock. I like scissors. This is all in the plan, okay? There's nothing in stone or anywhere. Most things that we do, we should probably have an accent thing and then something to do with, well, I'm not saying I'm saying this is how I like to work. I like to have something to actually go by and something to put with it, you know. And I love these stamped on calico bits that I do. So I've got Precious stamped on a few. As we can see, we don't mind a clock or two either by the look of this, Sonia. I'm going to do Precious. I have cats and I love my cats, so I will put a Precious one on there. And I should probably iron that, but you know what? It doesn't really matter. It might look okay. And the scissors don't belong with the cat. Okay. Right, I'd like a cotton reel though, and a couple of bits that I've done previously. We'll get back to these things we made before. Here we are. Now she's got the blue and the pink. That's nice. Might have to run up a few embellishments. Over here, I'm not going to show them that probably why. Okay. Probably not, because every time I make them I use them, you know. That's one of my where would I look for that? Fancy saying that's on there. Okay. Lots of things that I can use. Lots of pretty things, eh? I love these bottles. They're nice, aren't they? Now, I'm not going to say that we're going to get this done today, the pace I'm heading, because I'm doing a bit of fluffing about here. Okay, so I like that. I have a habit of making things and then putting them in the drawer. Right. Okay. This is nice, isn't it? Yes, I do like that. I think there's going to have to be up there with a few flowers. But anyway, let's just go on and see what happens. Now I want precious. I'm going to cut this down a bit more. And then I'm going to sew by hand around that. But see, maybe you need to put the pussycat on first, and then I think, because I've got enough. I mean, having that on the background, I think it's enough. You can go too far, you know, by putting more on. It sometimes can prove really bad, you know. And I can imagine that quite easy. It's that be that heavy by the time you finish putting more on. It's gone too far, and you've lost your picture and your idea. So with something this size, I think the picture that I've got here, and I'm not going to put it exactly in the centre, I'm going to come down to there a bit with it. The picture that I've got there is probably the right size for this, you know, front of this book. Okay, so Precious is going to be stitched across here, I think. It'll be nice there. So I'll need a needle and cotton. Throw that on. Why don't you use a bit of glue today? No, it's got to have stitching because it's got to stay within the guidelines of what I'm doing. So we're going to stitch it. Right, yeah. So we'll have cotton out of the drawer. And what colour can I use? This blue. Should be a bit more defined than that. And that colour blue. I should go with something a bit. Okay, just give me a second. It's taking a while today to fiddle around with this, isn't it? Doesn't matter. Get it to eventually. Flower drawer. Let's give this flower drawer ready to go. I don't want to wreck the thing, putting a whole heap of flowers on it, and so it's wrecking it, but, you know, I mean, I want to stick with my first ideas for it. Okay. And that, it's all in my head there somewhere. It'll come out. Piece of work. I don't want to go too far with them flowers. I'm gonna see what I can do with this first. I've got this piece of pink, and I'm gonna put this apricot, I should say. Now I need some cotton. That's not very nice. That one is a bit. Let me see. This bit's short. Short. It's a bit small, that needle. There's a better one. There's a bit of a father type needle, but that's okay. He's got some good string on him. Oh no, it's not, because you know what you're going to do. You're not going to do that, are you? Hang on. In a way, this is how I'm making my pages sort of thing. Except I wouldn't have put a bigger picture of that on there. Oh well, it just depends what you want to put on, I suppose. So now I'm going to put some of my ribbon on. Because I like the colour. The colour goes with this is satin ribbon that I'm using, and I'll just do a back stitch there. Okay. And you know what? Sonya didn't think she was going to do this today. I did not think I'd come in here and do this. And I'll get my bead soup out. I'll get my bead soup. Oh, I would have liked my buttons, but we're going to do bead soup because I think they're going to do a better job of being pearly. Pearly looks nice, doesn't it? What about the blue? I'm trying to bring out the blue in the pussycat. There we go. The blue in the pussycat. I am so we put a bead on there. Now I'm gonna make a pleaty thing. Yeah, must be a word, that pleaty thing. Must be something to do with. And I'm going to just take it to the side a bit. We're not going to be too straight about what we're going to do. We're going to have to find another bead, same colour. When you've got bead soup, it's a bit harder, but it's all right. And just, if you need to scrunch it up a bit, well, you're supposed to be, that's what I'm doing to get it to stay on here, and then I'll do a stitch before I go any further. Okay, and then I'll put a bead on that. Where's I had a bead here, didn't I? It bowled away on me. Hey. So I've got a few elements that I still really want to do with this. I really want to put some more of those elements on it. I think I was doing, oh yeah, my fairy house. I got a thumbs down. You know what? I figured that person hasn't got any sort of imagination whatsoever, whoever did that. That's how I looked at it. Okay, I thought, well, you can't see what I'm trying to do, so go away and don't watch. Alright, if you don't want to see it, just go away. It's a thumbs down, fair enough. You don't like it, that's okay. Everybody's got different tastes in things, and you've got no idea what I'm after anyway, and it doesn't suit everybody. The way people do things doesn't suit, so we just have to leave it, don't we? And you know what, I'm hoping I'm recording this. I probably checked already, but because I took off out to the lounge room and tried to find, whoops, that's not the right colour, and tried to get something to go on here. Now these are actually glass beads that I'm using. You can use plastic or acrylic, whatever they call them. They're okay. It just depends on what sort of effect that you want to get. I don't think it makes any difference to the item. Maybe the acrylic ones in some cases will look a bit better, you know. This poor little cat's a bit like me. She can't see very well, so we're just going to go around here with this and put on these little beads, okay? Hope I'm not boring you to tears with this. I really don't want to have to come back and make another episode. Then I don't want to lose your concentration either. You know, you just want to and keep watching in case you see something good. You never know. You never know. So this is actually a variegated colour, this silk ribbon. Really nice. Really beautiful colours it is. Okay, so I'm going to go back through there because I want it to sit up a bit and have dimension, texture, all that sort of thing I like in my work. You got to go through this side, so can't put the bead on while it's at the while the needle is at the back. Okay, yeah. Rightio. Now to get this to have a I always get itchy when I turn on the video. It needs to come down for balance. It needs to come down a bit more, maybe, just sort of, you know, to bring it all together, so you can't, so it looks right. I think this is how I'm working it out in my mind. Okay. So, just wanted to show you, this is how I'm working it out in my mind. That's what I'm actually telling you what I'm trying to achieve, which is I suppose it's okay. It's not that easy. I want to stick to the side of the picture. And can you pull that down there a bit, Sonia? Probably would. A lot of people would distress that. I don't know if I will. I could do it with a pen later, you know, like. But I don't know if I want to do that. I haven't decided yet if that's my grasp on that. I don't know if I want to distress it. We'll see. Put some ink on. Sometimes it looks okay, but I find that ink and fabric and that worry me. It really does. I mean, it hasn't hurt anything yet, but there's always a first time for everything, isn't there? So as you can see, I'm just rolling this around in different directions or whatever. Just putting it on here. It's same with everything that we do. We just got to, you know, use our imagination how it goes. Sometimes it's not easy, you know. We can be onto something, and I've been on many things and tried to have a go at something, and it just does not work. It just doesn't work, and then you just pull it undone. It used to be that if you were good at what you were doing, you would have to get rid of it if you were going to make it properly, because otherwise you wouldn't be happy with it. I know that. I'm not a very good teacher. People didn't think when I had to make... You have to make people pull it out, because if you teach them to do the things the wrong way, well, that's not good. That's not being a very good teacher, is it? You teach people the things the wrong way. I had a lady come here for years, and I used to teach her. She used to go to me, "Oh, son, you know, don't pull it out." I said, "Yes, you do, because if it's not right, you have to pull it out. Why would you present something that you don't like yourself to anybody?" I'm going to cut that there, because I don't know whether I'll take it to the bottom or not. I just knocked a bead down on the floor. I've got that bead. I'm going to just put this to here, I think. I'm taking it to the bottom. I just don't know why. It just tells me not to. Okay, it tells me not to. And the same with the top. I haven't actually got it attached to anything yet, but I will as the time goes by. There will be a process to that, I'm sure. Okay, so this is how I'm putting the picture onto my lace cover on my book. That's got no hole in that. Why do I keep picking it up? There's always some ways. I only need one bead. Now if you're in something like your bead soup and you need one bead, there's not one there, that's a bit scary. There we go, got one. Okay, so there you go, that's on there. Right, I'll end this off at the back with a couple of good solid stitches there, but don't go through your cat picture. Now all the inside of this will be covered with something, so you're not going to see any of the back part here where you did your stitching. Now stitching's real easy. Needle and cotton, all you do is thread through, back through the other ways. Nothing fancy at all. But to fasten those beads on there, you need to do it with a needle and cotton, needle and thread. Okay, so I didn't go all the way down there because I think I'm going to put this across the bottom of that, because I think I like that. I'm going to have to turn it back around on me. I'm sorry, because I can't see what that actually looks like properly. Okay. I'll cut that off right at the edge of the lace. I'm going to put that across here from the edge to the corner of that, and that's just going to fit nicely there. Okay, now because I did that, I'm going to need to actually cover that over, because I don't want that ending up there. Look at that, it goes underneath. Isn't that awesome? Love it. Right, that's a good idea for that. And it also will take on that end of this here. Okay, so I'll take that little ribbon and cover that over here. The pin I put, oh, I got the right glue. No, sorry people, I got 3 glue pots. I got 4 glue pots. None of them are the right glue pot. I'm going to go under the edge of this, because you can't think, you know, that what you're going to do in advance. Is very hard to decide if it's going to go underneath or over top. You know, you're going to have to wait and see. And a lot of things that Roseanne does, who's Roxy Carr. She always leaves hers not stuck.